I was actually born in Bird Island, Minnesota. Born and raised, and still live there now. Everybody knows everybody, and everybody watches out for you. Great place to raise kids.
We have 4 children and 3 grandchildren.
Pretty much any challenge that any one of us faced, we knew we were never in it alone.
We try to create family traditions, and it brings us very close together.
Growing up, I always thought having llamas was normal. So I learned later on that it's not normal to have llamas.
I remember I was always the
Camel, because I don't think we needed a camel in Minnesota.
He just does everything in a big way, and Lori tends to wind him down a little bit and get him back to earth.
She helped us out.
There's nothing that I couldn't share with him.
We can have conversations about anything, and I use her as a huge sounding board.
We have that mutual respect for each other as husband and wife, as business owners, as people who are donating hours to the community.
Thank you. What else do we need, Grandpa?
When our local grocery store was about to go under, he very quickly got together a group of community leaders and decided that he was going to keep that grocery store alive.
Have a great day.
Appreciate it.
He's so connected to family and community, and that's something that his parents instilled in him, and that carries through with everything that he does.
I'm so grateful that I had a great set of parents that instilled those morals and values. I'm the youngest of 8 children.
He was actually pretty shy, unless it came to sports, of course.
My entire life with my family and playing in sports, we had to count on each other to be able to do things. It was everybody working together, and we've always been there for each other. I think this is the last one we had in that picture.
We ended up sitting on their lap.
That was the one that started it all, you know? A family that really enjoys being together and loves to have fun.
I look back and my dad was laughing and smiling all the time. He was so positive on everything. He worked very, very hard. He started this propane company up in 1952. Our whole family has been entrepreneurial. He's always told us that when you have a skill, you don't keep it. You share it with other people.
When Brian and Kevin first started the business, they started selling Apple computers to local business people.
We started right out of college in 1979. We struggled for a number of years, but we found out that we can't be everything to everybody. And so we thought outside the box. We said, let's go back to our roots again. We developed software for the propane industry.
Great to have a great day, isn't it?
I still get up every single day and say, hot dog, I get to go to work today. When you really enjoy things, it just makes life so much easier. And if I don't enjoy it, we think, okay, how are we going to change this? And how can we make it better so it is enjoyable?
I think Brian's biggest attribute is his ability to think outside the box.
I just love figuring things out. And that's why I think I like programming so much, because you can figure the flow and what if this happens, you got to go here or you got to go there.
He kind of imagines like, well, what if we did it this way? And you're thinking like it's going to be the worst idea ever, and it ends up working.
He knows that the team is stronger than the individual. And when he motivates that team can do and achieve amazing things.
He treats his employees like they're family. He treats Lions as family.
We're part of a 4th-generation Lions family. Lori's grandfather and father were Lions. My father was a Lion, my mom was a Lion, and 3 of our 4 children are Lions.
It seems like every gathering place of the community is touched in one way or another by our Lions Club.
We come up with solutions together. We make our community better.
Brian is just an engager. He doesn't tell people to go get the shovels and the rakes. He goes to get them himself.
If he says he's going to do something, he's going to get it done, and he brings the team together to do it.
Doing the demolition derby involves our entire club. It's a lot of hands on deck.
Brian said he was going to drive the demo derby because that's Brian. He does these things.
Take a risk. Try something you're uncomfortable with and give it a shot.
Brian Sheehan is a motivator.
Brian's a visionary.
He always has a story or a video that gets his point across.
He just engages people. He brings people in, and he does it in a way that it's very fun and it's relatable, but he gets the business done too.
He just lights up a room, and I think that's what he's going to do to Lions International.
He wants you to succeed. He wants you to be the best Lion you can be.
I want everybody to be accountable and hold themselves as to how can I be accountable to have a better club.
He listens to everyone, no matter who that person is, no matter where they are from.
He's going to get everybody working together. I think we're in for a really fun ride.
We've got to have some fun in our clubs. But yet I know we're going to get a lot accomplished and we're going to do things for our community. We're all in this together.
It looked like a bomb had gone off.
Everything was gone.
Our town had a lot of devastation.
We lost lives that night.
Mayfield before the storm was a wonderful place to be. Mayfield's strong.
This is 33 Moeller Lane. It's where our new house was before December 10th anyway.
And then the storm hit.
All I heard was lots and lots of wind. And you sat there and you prayed. Then it was just silent. The base of the tornado was anywhere from 1/2 mile wide to 1 mile wide. It set a record here in Kentucky for the longest on-ground tornado. Came up to the south side of the courthouse and all the windows pretty much were broken out. Glass was everywhere.
We're going to have people that are displaced right now from our community that's probably never going to come back to our community. We had a very, very unique downtown area, and there's just no way to rebuild it back the way it was.
The needs here in Mayfield, Graves County, and the whole path of this horrific tornado are going to be long-term, and the needs change daily.
It's been real eye-opener to me to know what a true Lion is by the support we have gotten from Lions all over the country.
I never dreamed that it would be this much support.
I've been a Lion a long time. Our motto is "We serve," but until the Lions have to serve your community, you don't know what those words really mean.
There's been so many people, I mean, money, food, their time, just, it's really wonderful.
I think it's important that all Lions support Lions Club International Foundation. No one Lion can be prepared for all of the catastrophes that happen worldwide. We have approximately 1.4 million Lions worldwide. If we all just help a little bit, There is a tremendous amount of good that we can help when your community is on the receiving end. So please donate all you can.
And we are more than a memory. We're strong, Mayfield's strong.
Sight is one of the huge things that impacts a child's learning. And if you can step in at a young age, you can change that child's life forever.
My husband, Gene, and I go in and screen 4 and 5 days a week. If we find one child that we can help, we feel like we've done a successful screening.
Put your head up just a little. There you go. We screened a little boy. He could not see the milk on his tray. We got him glasses, and his mama said I cried. I did not know that that child could not see.
I could see with my glasses on.
My son was 3.5 when the Lions Club screened his eyes. We discovered that my son had amblyopia.
It's typically caused by the two eyes getting abnormal and unequal input into the brain. The parents can't tell that because the child functions normally with the dominant eye.
A circle.
Very good.
We started with the process of his treatment in the form of him wearing a patch so that the weak eye would be forced to work.
The devices we use today are easy to use. You can do very simple training.
And you get those green circles.
To get lions out in the field doing the screenings.
Gavin, can you look right at the front of that camera? Screening the children is fairly simple. Within 30 seconds of taking an image, we can determine if the child is referred for further testing or has passed the screening.
What really made this possible is the development of technologies that allowed the detection of risk factors for problems that cause vision loss in children.
The camera checks for 13, 14 different issues with the eye. And it brings up astigmatism, amblyopia. There's a number of issues that come up.
One of the great things is the follow-up, to really make sure that the children are being seen by a professional to get those vision problems corrected.
The biggest way that this has now grown is that the pediatricians recognize that this technology works.
Looks good.
Every referral is a success story in my mind because we found somebody that needs some help.
Lions screened over 500 kids today. How many people can say that? How rewarding that is to know that you served your community in that manner. You don't get paybacks like that very often.
Avery's on the brink of turning 16. He's a very bright young man, and he is a very good athlete, and we attribute all these things that he's able to do now because his vision has been saved through the Lions. We all have a story as to why we joined the Lions Club, and for me, my story is personal. The Lions Club saved my son's vision.
There we go. So you should be able to hear me. Looks like I gotta noise suppress the background a little bit. As I'm not sure what's going on here, why it's doing this to me. Alright, so I gotta figure this out. Why it's not following my orders. As we are sitting here watching practice at the moment. Cars just don't look proportionate here on my screen for some reason. Still trying to figure out my audio here. I'm not sure what's going on with it. It seems a little off tonight. I think there should be a desktop or a other audio source here, and I'm just not seeing it. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, as it does seem to be picking up a lot of background. I'm not sure if that helps at all. I don't think it does. Alrighty, so as I'm trying to figure this out here, as it seems like my audio has gotten goofed. Not sure exactly why. Let's see here. Can we figure this out? As to, do you guys have audio here on stream, I wonder, of the cars going around? Okay, it sounds like the stream is working like it should. We're gonna go with that. As, oh snap here. Looks like we got, oh man, I need to get this off. I am so bad today. Ah, son of a gun. Looks like we got about 2 minutes left to practice. So give me one moment here and I'll be right back. Come on outside. we can stand, and we're going to play our national anthem next. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
We're in the middle of qualifying at the moment. We'll see who's all out on track.
Matt, are you going to take any more laps, or you done? I can advance the session. Sorry, I thought I did, buddy. Actually, it's 3 laps, probably, but gotcha. Yep, you're right. I hit ready to race it. All right, perfect.
All right, so here we are.
Start is on the green. Restarts will be on leader. During the heat race.
Not sure why my things are spread out as it is.
There's 6 of us, so it shouldn't be too much of a shit show. So let's get after it.
All right, here we are. Here is your starting grid.
Pretty back bumper.
Got Matt Layton on pole, Zachary Loomis in second, Clay Christopherson in third, Anthony Morano in fourth. Nope, scratch that. Anthony Morano in third, Clay Christopherson in fourth, Kelly Wheeler in fifth, and Tom Wilson there in sixth. That is your starting grid for your heat as we get rolling here. Looks like we're going to take the green flag right now.
The 55 of Matt Layton there on the inside. Zachary Loomis in the 37 on the outside. Zachary Morano there in the 32. Goes way to the bottom. 55 gets a good run off the corner. Gets to the high side. 37 of Zachary Loomis down there onto the bottom side. Goes underneath the 55. 32 of Morano there in third for the time being. Clay Christopherson actually scored in third there after that timing layup there. Looked like Clay Christopherson ended up, or no, who ended up in the wall back there? That was Tom Wilson ended up touching the wall. As we're looking at the right front wheel of Zachary Loomis. Coming off of turn 4. Let's see if I got other... Excuse me one moment here. As I try to see what in the world I got here for cameras. As we're looking at them all right now. Turn. There's our blimp cam, okay. Coming off of turn 2, coming into turn 3. 37 of Loomis there to the inside. 55 of Matt Layton there on the outside. Anthony Morano there in third, trying to chase the two of them down. Clay Christopherson there on fourth on the high side. Tom Wilson there on the inside in that black and red number 21. Number 11, Kelly Wheeler there in sixth. As the battle heats up between those three, the battle's heating up front. The 55 and the 37 still going at it. Coming into turn 3. Coming out of 4, it's going to be the leader. It will be Zachary Loomis. 55 of Matt Layton there still trying to fight on the high side. Anthony Morano there right behind. Just waiting for one of them to goof up just a tad so he can bounce his way up there. Tom Wilson has got himself up into the 4th position here. Fighting there on the bottom side of the racetrack. The 51 of Clay Christopherson's not going to have it too much though, as he's fighting well there on the top side. Zachary Loomis still your leader as of now. Looks like though Matt Layton is getting a run there on the inside. Morano's through the middle. So we got Zachary Loomis on the high side, Morano there on the middle, and Layton, and Layton on the bottom side as they were coming out of turn 4 for the ending of that one there. So your finish results for the heat are going to look like this. Zachary Loomis in first, Matt Layton in second, Anthony Morano in third, Clay Christopherson in fourth, Tom Wilson there in fifth, and Kelly Wheeler there in sixth. As we head into your feature here, this is going to be your starting grid for your 50-lap feature tonight for the Magnum Race Design 50. Zachary Loomis will start on pole, Matt Layton in second, Anthony Morano there in third. Starting in fourth, outside of row 2, is going to be Clay Christopherson. Fifth, on the inside of row 3 is Tom Wilson, and on the outside, starting sixth, will be Kelly Wheeler. So Zachary Loomis, your winner of the heat, is going to lead them off onto the green flag here. There's turn 4.
Alright guys, same thing, start on green, restart. We'll talk about if we have one for some unknown reason.
You'll hear our little bit of race control we have there chatting in the background. I know I'm supposed to be doing a little bit of that, but we're going to see what goes on here. We'll at least get this box turned on just in case. Pace truck rolls off. Coming out of the corner, green flag hits. Loomis is away, Layton there on the outside. 3 wide coming into turn 1 and 2. They exit there. That was the 21. No, that was the 51 of Clay Christopherson there on the high side, getting a little loose going into turn 1 and 2. Or coming out of turn 1 and 2, I'm sorry. As they come out of 3 and 4, Loomis will lead it. Anthony Morano there in second. Matt Layton's falling back now, trying to battle back on that high side. Morano there on the inside, trying to make up some ground. Layton's going to hold Morano down there. Barely gets back in front of him as they come up off of turn 3 and 4. Back into turn 1 and 2. Morano goes to the high side. Loomis and Layton down there on the inside. The 51 of Clay Christopherson there on the inside of Morano. Zachary Loomis still holding your lead, but is getting company from the 55 Matt Layton. 32 Morano still on the outside. 55 gets a little loose coming off of the corner. Clay Christopherson gets to the inside of Morano. Morano looks like he's falling back some as the 11 of Kelly Wheeler is now looking to make a run at Morano as the 51 goes back to the inside. Underneath Morano, trying to make it stick. The 11 of Kelly Wheeler is there. 51 down to the bottom. 11's there going through the middle. Does a little bit of a slide there down to the bottom side. Getting up there to the bumper of the 51. Just trying to figure out which hole's going to open up for Kelly Wheeler. Morano there on the outside. Christopherson there on the inside. They split the racetrack. Wheeler's going to go through the middle. But that hole's going to close up. He's going to have to fall in. As the battle for third is heating up. 1 and 2, still Loomis and Layton there up front. 21 of Tom Wilson there in 6th place. Good battle going on here for third as the 51 of Clay Christopherson finally gets around Morano. Kelly Wheeler there in 5th, I'm sorry, your 5th place driver trying to find a way to get around Morano now. Morano back to the high side. Wheeler there on the inside. Wheeler's trying to drive that car hard into the corners. As he just sends it. Let's look there. Is that going to be? Yes, it will be.
Adam, you want to throw a yellow?
Caution, yellow flags.
Sorry, just had to get to the button. As we'll go back and re-look at that replay there. As you see, Wheeler's there on the inside. Morano's on the outside.
Your right front wheel is facing the wrong direction. You have unlimited quick repairs. I don't know if you want to look into that or not, but yeah.
As you see there, Wheeler kind of slides up the racetrack and gets into the rear of the 32. Good tight racing though for that position.
Alright guys, double them up. Anytime after the pace car is completely off the track, all 4 wheels.
All right, Wilson's back up, caught back up to the pack. That's what I was wondering.
Green flag.
Green flag is away. Loomis is going out front. Do we get through turn 1 and 2? Okay, we do. 55 gets a little loose. Morano had to check up. Kind of loses the spot there to the 111 or to the 11 of Kelly Wheeler. Wheeler now gets clear of the 32. Morano going to the inside of the 55. Almost clips the 55. .32 Morano back to the inside. Trying to get back around. There's your top three out front of those. Zachary Loomis out front, Clay Christopherson in second, and Matt Layton there in third. Matt Layton to the outside, 51 of Clay Christopherson there on the inside. 55 has looked strong on the outside all night. Will it continue for him, or will that top side begin to go away? We will have to wait and see. But right now, looks like that top side's still working along with that bottom. We do have 2 lanes of racing going out there. As the 51 now goes and tries the extreme high line. Wheeler down trying to take the middle of the track. Morano behind them down on the bottom. Morano back down there on the bottom side. As Matt Layton is still trying to find a way to catch up to the 37 of Zachary Loomis. Wilson has kind of fallen back off of the pace. As back up front we have the 55 going of Matt Layton trying to find a line here. As it looks like he's getting just a tad loose getting through the corners. 51 of Clay Christopherson's there, a little smoother through the corner. Had to check up there, had to dive to the bottom now. Had to jam the brakes. And Wheeler almost got to the back of the 51. Everybody's through that clear though. As now the 32 Morano's back down to the bottom side. 51's up on the high side. Wheeler's back behind the 51. As they chase down the 55 of Matt Layton once again. The 32 Morano back down on the bottom, coming into 3 and 4. Or I'm sorry, that was 1 and 2. I'm getting my track roundabout again on me. Now they're coming out of 4. As we head down the front stretch, Morano clears the 11 of Kelly Wheeler. As Morano almost slides up into the 51, but clears everything. .51 there of Clay Christopherson. We'll see if we can get some driver details up here for you. We'll see if anybody shows up. As we'll work through the field here with 20 laps being completed this time by. Zachary Loomis out front in that black 37. Next behind him is going to be Matt Layton there from West Virginia. Clay Christopherson in third. His hometown is Bernard. Going back now, we got Kelly Wheeler in the number 11. And there to his inside is Anthony Morano from Forked River. Gears Unlimited double entry is his keynotes there. And on behind them is Tom Wilson in the black and red number 21. Out front again, we got the 37 of Zachary Loomis. The 51 of Clay Christopherson there in second. 55 of Matt Layton has dropped back to third. Got company from Wheeler there now behind him, looking to as Wheeler tries to get into that top 3. Layton drops to the bottom. Wheeler goes to the outside. Wheeler's going to try going outside of the 55. Stays kind of a midline. There goes Morano, and then number 32. Still, everybody's looking strong out there. .55 on the bottom. 51 there on the outside. 32 Morano still looking for a way to get around Kelly Wheeler. As they head down the backstretch, coming around to start lap 25. Wheeler is on the outside, Morano's on the outside. Not sure what happened to the 55, but he has lost a lot of ground there on the bottom. As he just gave up 2 more positions. Loomis there out front. Clay Christopherson there in second. Kelly Wheeler there in third. We got Anthony Morano in fourth. Matt Layton in fifth. Tom Wilson has, I think, exited the track. Loomis along the bottom. Christopherson there on the outside. Followed by Wheeler and Morano. Hoping these cars have enough fuel. I forgot to check that before I put in the setup. Should be okay though. I'm hoping. Otherwise, you know, chalk that up for another mistake on me. It looks like average lap time's about a 19.6 something. Looks like Christopherson has a 19.69 for his best. Loomis has a 19.65. And Kelly Wheeler has a 19.69 for his best. The fastest time on track is Matt Layton, though, with a 19.56, but he has dropped off considerably as he has gone from the front back to the back now.
The yellow flag is out.
And I'm not sure what happened to Loomis there. Or, I mean, Layton. We'll go back and look at that. Oh, he comes up off the corner and slams that outside wall. Not too sure what has happened there. He'll pull it on to pit road. Looking for a quick fix. Because he's now back out on track. Catch up to the field. Zachary Loomis there on the front road. Showing he is your leader in that 37. Clay Christopherson is second in the number 51. Anthony Morano there in third, with Morano in the number 32 to his outside. Starting fourth here on this restart. Matt Layton there in fifth, and Tom Wilson is starting, is actually considered sixth, but because Layton had that incident with the wall, he's going to end up behind Wilson here on this restart. "22 laps to go. Caution laps do not count. And the drivers are away. Looks like Christopherson gets a great jump on that high side. Loomis there on the inside. 51 gets a good run off of turn 2 to stay with the 37. A little bit of touch. 57's there again to the outside. Or I'm sorry, the 51's to the outside. 37's to the inside. That is of Zachary Loomis. Clay Christopherson's there to the outside. Morano's going to try to follow Christopherson through and hold that 37 down there to the bottom side of the racetrack, as that top side looks to be coming in now. Morano's there on the outside. Loomis there on the inside. Wheeler's looking in there, trying to see if he can punch a window through. As we got 19 to go now, as the race up front is heating up. 32 Morano's trying to find a way to get around the 51. 37 makes a hard dive to the bottom to try to hold on to position. Wheeler's at the back corner of the 32. As the 32's trying to find a way around the 51. 37 still trying to hold his own around the bottom side of the racetrack. Not sure how long he'll be able to hold them all off. Morano dives to the bottom side, going to try to slide up in front of the 51. Does not quite have the momentum to do it. Wheeler's to his outside. Now Morano could be in trouble to losing spots there on the inside of the racetrack. as Wheeler is now to his outside. As they come into turn 3 and 4, I believe. Yes, it is. Come across the stripe for 15 to go. The 51 of Clay Christopherson is out front. Kelly Wheeler in second. Anthony Morano in third. Zachary Loomis there in fourth. Wilson is sitting there as a lapped car. As Loomis is there on the outside trying to get up there to the bumper of the 32 Morano. 55 of Matt Layton is dropped back. 32 is up to the bumper of the 37 is up to the bumper of the 32. 32 is coming up to the bumper of Wheeler. Wheeler's a little bit more sideways through the corner. Morano had to check up to keep from spinning the Wheeler out. A lot of good hard racing up here at the front. As we're looking at the 37 of Zachary Loomis right now, there's the 55. Back up front is the 11. We're looking at the 11 right now. There's the 32 of Morano. Still looking for a lane to try to get some ground made up on the 11. He's currently sitting third. Kelly Wheeler is second. Loomis is fourth. Trying to find some traction there on the bottom side still as he's trying to make up some ground on the front three. Clay Christopherson is out front. By about 0.3 of a second. As Wheeler's trying to close that gap up. Morano's about 0.7 of a second back from the leader. A little bit of contact between Morano and the 37 of Loomis. As they're all trying to chase down your leader of Clay Christopherson there in the 51. We're winding down here, 9 to go. Will be 8 to go this time by. Morano there following up to the bumper of Kelly Wheeler. Trying to find out to make a move to try to get up at least one more position. If not, try to make a run at Clay for the lead. Matt Layton there in the back. Not sure what happened to him. Morano there gets a little loose. Tried to dive bomb it into the corner. Got a little loose. Saved it. Now he's just got to try to pick up momentum. Wheeler goes to the inside of the 51 of Clay Christopherson. Kelly Wheeler, is he going to make that stick? Not quite. As we now look at Wheeler trying to get up some more ground. Morano's there in third. Going to try to make a move here at some point, I'm sure, as we're down to 5 to go. Into turn 1 they go. Wheeler and the 51 of Clay are into the wall. Morano had to choose a different line. As those two are both up there on the high side of the track. Kelly Wheeler's going to try to drive it off hard, but not going to have the traction. As we got 4 to go. Christopherson, Wheeler, Morano are your top 3. Under a second to separate all 3 of them. As the 32 Morano is back up to the bumper of Wheeler. .32 goes to the inside of Wheeler. Morano's going to the inside of Wheeler as they're fighting for that second position. Clay would much rather see them battle instead of Wheeler making up some ground. As we got 2 to go. Morano catches the outside wall coming into turn 1. Zachary Loomis back here in 4th. Matt Layton in 5th. And there's Tom Wilson there in 6th. Back up front coming around for the white flag. It's going to be Clay Christopherson. Morano's to the inside of Wheeler going into turn 1. And Morano's going to try everything he's got to try to get up in there into that second position. Drives it in hard. Wheeler goes to the outside. Checkered flag waves. Here comes Clay Christopherson off for the win, followed by Wheeler and Morano in third. Zachary Loomis will take fourth. Matt Layton in fifth. Tom Wilson will come across the line in sixth position. So as we look at our leaders possibly coming around, hopefully to line up here on the front stretch. For the podium picture. Oh, there's the 51. The 11 of Kelly Wheeler and the 32 of Anthony Morano there in third. So we'll catch up with, see who's all in the Discord, see if anybody wants to chat. Oh, they're all in here. So we'll just jump into the booth and see if we can talk to the team, because they're all on the same team, so that makes it a little more interesting.
Been up and it didn't hook.
Good evening, fellas. Guys got the whole team took the whole podium, I notice. You got, oh, I can't hear me. Hold on one moment.
I thought I was going to get you that last time, Clay, but you had the momentum on the outside.
You guys got a copy?
Yep. Hey, what's up, Adam?
Not much. Just wanted to talk to the podium here.
Yeah, we're all here.
I noticed you're all from the same team. Is that a coincidence that you guys helped each other out, or just a little bit of luck?
I'm pretty sure this one was all luck, boys. What do you think?
I don't know. I've never ran these before, so.
Give it luck.
First time I brought this car to this track, that's for sure. Never ran street stocks here before until tonight.
I never drove them at all.
You guys looked really good out there. You have any comments for the track or how the track was?
Track was actually pretty fun. That middle was quick that I found right away, and then I went up high, and 3 and 4 high was very, very sketchy. You slid all the way up, so I actually trailed the brake coming in and it would come out straight, and actually seemed pretty good.
Yeah, it was just really hard to pass when you once it gets single file like that. These cars don't have the power to get out of it their own way, it seems.
Yeah, they're tough, especially when you're running stock setups. They just don't have the get up. Well, as a team, do any of you drivers have any sponsors you want to thank? Or individually, you can possibly thank them also?
Mine's FTM and Swan Speed Shops.
All right, Clay. That was Clay Christopherson, your winner.
W Energy, Gears Unlimited, JT Screen Printing, JS Photography, NADTRA, Flieger Farm.
Thank you, Anthony Morano. He finished, was your third place finisher. And Kelly Wheeler, you have anybody you want to thank?
I want to thank DNS Remodeling and you all for putting this on, and thank Anthony for everything he's helped me with. And I got to thank my girlfriend for letting me sit here and do this on a Saturday night.
Alrighty, well, you guys have a wonderful evening. I hope you enjoyed the race as much as it was enjoyment for me to bring it to you here on Flieger Farm TV.
Yeah, always a blast.
Yeah, my race season's finally done, so I can run with you guys.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Yeah, it was fun.
So we'll see. We'll see if there gets a race put up for Tuesday night. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to roll for the Tuesday night shows. The Flieger Farm Limited late models, and then Thursday night NADTRA's back at it again, but that time on Got Your Six Racing Network with the 358 Gears Unlimited. So stay tuned, and hope you guys had fun, and we'll catch you next week.
Sounds good.
Absolutely.
Thanks, sir.
No one could have built this ballpark on their own. It was a team effort. We built a baseball diamond that is probably one of the best ones in the state of Minnesota. There. Every one of our members has put their blood, sweat, and tears into being able to do this. And not only the money, but all the work involved. It's an ongoing project, and you make it better all the time.
Hey!
We invite new people that have moved into our community, and younger people who have grown up here, and we say, can you come help us? We don't bring them to a meeting. We bring them to an event that's fun. We get them involved in service immediately. That's how we grow our club.
They're pretty good.
What you gotta do though, now that we have you. We have 20-year-olds to 90-year-olds. That's my vision for this organization. Lions Service is a team effort. Alone, you can plant a tree. Together, we can plant a forest. You don't realize right away how big of a team we are. We are 1.4 million people in over 200 countries and over 48,000 clubs. It's huge. And beyond our own clubs, we are doing great things through our foundation. LCIF is Together We Can on a local level and a global level. We support our foundation, and our foundation supports us. There's no better way to leave a mark on society than by being a lion. We make our community better, and you feel good about it. What I like most about our ballpark is that anybody coming to the field sees Lions Memorial Park. They know we built this. It makes you proud that you're a part of that. This park pulled our Lions together, but it really pulled our community together. Together we can, together we will.